Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning. All right. Real quick check here. I think we have some news this morning. Or no, it's just S and HPI. Okay. Let's watch the open here. A little bit of buying. Maybe could buy it at 22, but I'm a little. I don't know. I tell you what, though, the E-mini is still going crazy, and they actually moved lower overnight. Oh no, wait, that was the ZB. Yes, it didn't. It did not move lower overnight, but it did move. It did move lower yesterday, quite crazy. After the close, so yeah. I don't know if this is something that I just want to straight up buy, though. I mean, are they going to come in and sell the E-mini again today? What's today? Tuesday? I don't know. I have to wait. I don't think I can take a trade. Not there, at least. Let's grab the links then. And eat a few bites here.
getting earnings. Revs in about 4 or 5 billion estimates. Adjusted EBITDA 2.1 billion. Estimates of 2. Yes, 2.1. Between sliding high side. Eat. Billion.
Okay, I'm done eating. Quiet morning. Not many viewers today. Hello to the few of you that are here, though. I think we're going to have a slow day.
Estimates.
I'm curious, it kind of seems, I mean, it's hard to say because it's not moving very much, but it does look like the E-mini made a little bit of a move down there, just like 4 ticks or so, and ZB pushed, and so, see, that might be... Okay, well, they did tick down there. I mean, I was thinking about clicking. That's pulling too. I'm a little suspicious about that. That was a little too easy. The thing is that I don't really see any significant liquidity above us, except for the 52, and that's not even all that big. But there is significant liquidity below us. Now there is in ZB, there's a couple of big orders, just a little bit. And in ZF, there's maybe 2 ticks up. Well, they did leave behind some liquidity. So that's maybe good. ZB went lower really fast there. Well, I don't think I can sell 22.5.
Market. Trump tweeting.
Trump's tweeting. What's he saying? What's he saying? The stock market is massively since the election, but is now taking a little pause. People want to see what happens with the midterms. If you want your stocks to go down, I strongly suggest voting Democrat. They like the Venezuelan financial model, high taxes and open borders. Oh my gosh, this guy kills me. I mean, I think that was intended to be funny. And I would be laughing my head off, except for I'm kind of a little... Still not quite going, I think. Right? I mean, I agree with him to some extent. But I disagree with him to some extent too. On the thing that he just specifically tweeted about. Because here's the thing. If Democrats win the midterms, what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. We get 2 years of nothing. That's what happens if the Democrats win the midterms. Because they're not going to take over the Senate. They don't. They're not. They don't have the numbers to do that. And they're definitely not going to take over the presidency. So it's like, and yeah, they could do like impeachment, but they're not going to have enough votes to remove him because that requires 2/3. So really what you're just going to get is you're going to get 2 years of a bunch of drama and nothing actually being accomplished in the government. And the market actually tends to like gridlock. At least last time we had gridlock, the market liked it. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but the market definitely does not like the Democrat policies. Some pretty, if anything's clear over the past 2 years, I think it's that Democrat policies were hampering growth. And that's always been the argument, is that socialism doesn't work because it hampers growth. So, I don't know. Ooh. Well, I think I have to take that. Well, actually, hold on. Yesterday was not a good signal, right? Big offer. Market's now reacting. ZV is going down big time though.
China's Commerce Ministry, US to strong action. Semiconductor today. Edging its wrong action.
Okay.
US misusing
Looks good. I don't know. This is a 50-50 thing, but I'm kind of curious to see if the signal keeps doing what it's been doing. Because that was a really strong offer, and they did not go. And it pulled. I mean, they didn't trade that much when it traded back up. I think it's a good spot. The risk is certainly nice. Okay. Now, what we would like to see is a very slow creep up. If it starts getting super fast, then we probably need to take the profit. Just because that's kind of the market this is turning into. Wow, he missed it at 21. Oh man. Okay.
It's Norway Salzburg.
Dang.
It's opposing natural.
Okay, that was okay.
Meaning City will continue as planned on the budget.
Yeah, they're getting kind of. I mean, they're. I have an okay price here. They may be doing something here, but it seems like it just came down a little bit too much, and they didn't get very far on the uptick. And my larger term time frame signals say that we could go lower. See that flip now.
Where I'm talking.
So I think that buy there might have been what moved us, but okay, so they tick back up. They're not holding a whole lot, but there has been a decent amount bought at 22 halves still.
Conte earlier.
So this liquidity above us at like 18 looks really thick to me. Unusually so. If they plow through that, it would be really good.
Go down.
Can't wait to short ES another 40 handles today. Man, I don't know if ES goes another 40 handles. That's a bold prediction. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, he's got a good point that he's got to retest the 2600 now that they touched it. Yeah. Okay, so there is definitely some thickness going on here. I don't know, guys. I really like the way that we came into that liquidity, and you can see them stacking when we came down to it and we bounced off of it. But I don't like. Let me highlight it for you guys. These areas right here. Use a bigger pen. Okay, that was a big sell. This area down here. Okay, but then I'm worried about this area right here in ZF. But we're getting this. I mean, a lot of it's been absorbed at 22 half.
In terms of what we're looking for, month on month prelim read, so we're looking for print of spot 1%. Prior print of spot 4%. The range for that between -1, 3%. Year on year, look for 4% against a prior print 3%. 2 spot 5. EU harmonized month on month, we're looking of spot 1%, 4%. Range between minus spot 2%, 2% year on year. 4% against a prior print, 2%, range between 1 and 2.5. We'll then go on to the Case-Shiller house price data, month on month, 1% changed on the prior, range between minus spot 4%. Year on year, look for reading off high spots against a
Okay.
1%.
Can they do it? I'm just watching this E-mini here. Kind of looks like a spot. I'm wondering. So they're buying into that iceberg there at 23. It's big. Okay. Okay. Well, they got through it. Is ZF going to tick up? Come on. 600. It's okay. You can do it. There you go. And ZB did take that step. Good deal. 23.5 is pulley again. That's where it went to before, so we got to be a little bit suspicious about pulling there. Because there could be more icebergs there. Okay, so now ES is down to the bottom of the what do we call this? The value area.
If the Fed backs off and starts talking a little bit more dovish, I think we're going to be right back 2,100, 2,900 targets right with the S&P 500. Wells Fargo analyst.
Well, if they did that, bonds would move up a little bit. So I'm okay being long. Okay. So still having trouble with the 24 area. I guess they tagged it, but they didn't. They're not holding the 23.5 bid very well. Okay. You guys in your fundamental mumbo jumbo. Yeah.
Just a reminder, it's up just under 3 minutes. October, month to month. Print on 2%. Likewise.
So a very subtle flip there in Xian.
Month to month. Now steadily. On 8.
They're kind of maybe waiting for ZB to tick up there. So the E-mini pushed below the value area and came back up. And that appears to be what's caused our one tick pullback. The question is, are they going to go down for another one? Yeah. Okay, so ZB is trying at 25. They're having a hard time holding it. Not seeing ZF or Xian reacting. It is holding it though. Okay. Stacking ZF. Okay. 2800 is good. It's not too much.
1 minute.
We have news coming out. What was the news again? The HPI, that's price of single-family homes in metropolitan areas, and the forecast is 6. Okay, that's my signal.
Ten seconds. Still waiting. Month on month season just 1% here.
Okay.
Still waiting. Spot 2% month. Here on here 2 spot 5%. Harmonized. coming in at 1% in line with estimates. Year-on-year number coming 2.4% in.
Okay. I think too many people took profits at 24F. It's going to have to go for a few ticks now. So it's funny. Man, look at this in the E-mini. What are they doing?
Block buy.
Shit. Look at that. He doesn't think it's George Soros. Man, I just can't believe they're selling it so hard. The only thing that can save the market is Powell changing course or Trump stopping tariffs. Probably right. It's a correction? You think so? I don't know, man. I've never. I'm telling you, it's not the same thing, man. Okay, look at that. Okay, it is given the like this is gonna keep going. Hmm. Basically, everyone on Wall Street bets yes. Oh, please, please don't. Oh. It is still like the E-mini is threatening. Oh. Sun Devil doesn't use the thumb. Do you use? Eh. Nobody knew what NQ was. That's funny.
A heads up. Grab that. News hearing taken to government.
Wish I'd stayed in, but you know what? I did the trade right. Like the trade was, we were range bound, and they were giving the opposite signal, and then it didn't go, and so I bought it, and it was perfect. And when it got going, the E-mini really went down, and so it went a lot further. So there was definitely a case to be made that I could have held it longer, but I did see my exit signal, and I took it. And I think that for me right now, at least, that's probably the better thing to do. Because, you know, if the E-mini wasn't crashing right now, we could easily have been right back to where I got in at. Because the market is kind of going into this volatility contraction sort of thing. But we continue to get these temporary blips. I don't know. What the order flow was when I got in, I think what made it a good decision to get out where I did. Okay, now Zerv wants out, huh? I'm not sure what it is that he sees in ZB that lets him know where he wants to get out. Maybe it was just the evens though. It's still going. I gotcha. He's making a much shorter term call. There's like nothing to stop them on this. This crazy that I took 24.5, and there was like more than double that in it. Oh, good job. Just two lots on both of them, but he got 8 ticks on it. That's good, yes. ZB looks like it's selling. ZF is kind of trailing off, but could go higher. The thing is that we've already seen a bunch of things that would normally be a really good signal to get out, and they went through it. And so it's really hard for me to say this is the one that's going to stop it, you know? It sure is going crazy, though. It sure is getting heated over there in the E-mini. I was saying they're threatening it, and they sure went. This doesn't look like a pullback to me, guys.
Under 10 minutes time. After bottom of the
Okay, so there's some decent liquidity there at 26.5. What's he showing? Oh, now that one is interesting. I think that if you're directly connected, that would be hard to see, but if you're directly connected on both. Nobody's selling into 26.5 even though it's being bid. Okay, there they took it. I don't know, 2600 was the low from yesterday, and it happened after the market closed, and we're not anywhere close to that in the E-mini. The E-mini has kind of given me some signs that it wants to turn around. And you can kind of see how Treasuries are kind of doing the same. Normally we would tend to float around here a lot and make another attempt before sitting there forever and finally failing. But given how fast up that move was, maybe we just come back down, or we do a head and shoulders type of a thing. So there's E-mini attacking that liquidity. They went through it, the liquidity come back. If they're going to do this, I think that they might need to come down a little to like around here. Okay. Using depth drill, a very accurate indicator for hitting bids and asks. Is that a tool, or are you talking about an exercise of sorts? Maybe they're not going to give it to us. Yo. Okay, well, it is still holding here at 26. And there's been a lot of volume that's traded there. Now that here comes the E-mini opening. So they're going to sell it here. That's not good. My spot in the queue, it was getting higher and higher. You can kind of see, I feel like we've got some weak longs here. I think they're going to bust that. So here's the spot where I had my order in. I was sitting there kind of wishing I could get 26.5, but if they go further, I don't. Dang it. I don't think they're done yet. we missed that one. I kind of saw it there when I was like, well, I could sell 26.5 now. I was kind of mumbling to myself, well, I wanted to sell 26.5, and now, but I don't know, maybe the E-mini's going to keep going lower here. And then, of course, it turned around and will come down 3 ticks. I don't really feel like the sellers had their full say. So you're getting a bubble here now. Getting some bubbles. You didn't really get the same bubbles that you got on the open like yesterday. No, they're not. They're not giving up. Now 24.5 where I got out. Okay, there's a buyer there at 25. $10K iceberg buy. This kind of looks like a bull trap to me, to be honest. Like, this move up in the E-mini is not nearly as strong as the move down, and the trajectory of it and everything is just not quite right.
From Sanchez, saying government will count to the left and budgets.
Okay, buyers are gonna try and take it again. Are they gonna fail here? I think I should do this. Oh, it's already too late. Never mind. Well, if I can get filled here. That was close. Okay, let's see the sellers come in here, please. Whew. Not doing what it should. Then yes. Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay. Where was the big one at? I think it was at 26. It was at 26. Kids. I think it's going to be hard to get filled at 26. That might be asking too much. There was a little buy spike there, and they really sold it. It's going lower. Come on. Okay, ZN not actually buying up off of it. There's some support right here, 650, and then we could go. Yeah. You're not actually getting people buying into 26 yet. Lots of volume there.
Yeah, May reiterating there'll be no second referendum.
Big bubble there. I think that's really good for us to get filled. Come on. Most are not getting people buying into 26. Okay, a little bit of pulling there now. Again, below 3, or sorry, below 4. Ooh, they actually pulled down to 2. That's going to pull. Okay. Hmm.
Heads up, just under 10 minutes time till the top of the hour. We get the
I've
release of the US consumer confidence number. Full reading of 136.0. My print 34. Range between 104 for that print. Also get the numbers for the present situation, higher of 107.1, and expectations. Over. Again, no estimates there, but a prior print of 115.3.
If you're using saying depth drill, you're talking about the Ninja Trader strategy, or sorry, the what do we call this exercise that you do to learn how to trade. But he's talking about it like it's an indicator. So we're not quite sure what you're talking about. Okay, there's a big bid starting to build up here at 24. Notice that the E-mini did end up moving a little higher. Got lucky on that trade. Let's just admit I was a little lucky there that I got filled.
PM Sanchez.
Yeah.
On Brexit.
It was building up, but then when they went to touch it, it actually pulled a little bit to 24. It wasn't 7. So I'm just kind of watching this because I would like to get another +2. Of course, that first one that we took should have been +2. This one was, I think, clever with the way that we worked it out because we had a big order below us, and so we knew that if they sold through it, that it would go down for, at least for a tick. So we were able to recoup it the tick almost immediately. It's cold in this room. Okay, there's a little bit of a change. I wonder if they're going to go through here now. I mean, they're probably going to downtick. Yes, that's right. Prop shop trading exercises. What's he got here? This is... Yes, that's the fellow, the depth drill. Okay, yes. So is he saying... What is he saying? Any other indicator of Ninja Trader equivalent of depth drill?
So I'll keep it. That Merkel. Why is that the... saying she won't intervene in the CDU.
What's going on? Ready? You all ate? Where's the shell? Did you eat? Okay. So they did end up trading the size at 24 there. Explain the zipper.
Just a heads up then, just under 3 minutes time till the US consumer confidence for October via the conference board. Looking for a reading of 136.0.
It's kind of, I mean, I could have gone short way up at 27, 26 half where I wanted to and held it this whole time. But it would have been a really wild ride, and I don't think I would have held it the whole way. I probably, like, if I had gotten that one, I think you'd want to get out at 26 or maybe 25, or maybe, you know, I would have gotten out like this 24 one. It was big. I might have gotten out ahead of that and had gotten out at 24 half. So this is quite a monster rally in the E-mini. You already took 3 trades at that price. You're gonna get them.
1 minute. Ten seconds. It's 137.9, a beat there for the consumer confidence for October prior, revised to 135.3. The US consumer confidence via the conference board coming in 137.9. Emerging markets wise, Mexico's third quarter economy expanding 2% from the earlier quarter, 9%.
Rad went short at 23 in ZB.
Present situation index 172. Patients in at 100.
Dang it, that's wrong one. Wrong window. Okay. I'm like, who would call me at 8 o'clock? Looked like a telemarketer. Magical price. Well, looks like you would have just gotten filled there. Buyers are trying and are not having much success in E-mini right there. You see they any little bit and it, okay, see, and then you start getting this lots of flashiness. And when I see that flashiness, that usually indicates to me resistance. As I've been using that as like, that's high volume. That's like high volume resistance area. They're pushing it down. They're kind of stuck in this range though. They're not pushing it out the bottom for some reason. And it looks like that's what we're going to need to get filled on our exit.
Hearing from Brazil's guides in emerging markets saying if the real reaches sell $100 billion of reserves.
Wow.
So that's Bolsonaro's top economic advisor and proposed economy minister Guedes speaking. Equity news as well. Apple's CEO Cook taking the stage at the event where the iPad updates are expected out of Apple.
Okay. Okay, that time there was some buyer support when they kind of went for it. It's slowed down considerably in the E-mini. I'll say that much. After that big rally. I mean, there was really something else, wasn't it? Okay.
Dad?
Yes, dear.
Well, when I was like...
I mean, I think I'm gonna get filled, but they don't want to do it. They know. Oh, Seth is long there. Okay. Really? Okay. They're gonna try and sell this, I think. Yes, sir. Let's see some buyers, Ian. Come on. Not quite what we need. Even he's gonna have to take another dive, I think, if we're gonna get filled. Okay. Looking a little better. This isn't pulling though. They're gonna do a flip. Yes, thank you. I don't know why it's showing me this. It's like, why is it .99? Should be 125.
MacBook Air laptop with Retina display.
I think that there's a rounding error in Jigsaw. No software worth a shit does free trials that I know of. No, got that wrong. Jigsaw. Not bad, Zerv. He made 8K yesterday shorting the E-mini. Holy shit, dude. It's just up and down and up and down. It's just crazy. I hope I don't know if you're still listening, Galani Hassan, or I'm guessing you're the same guy, Restiques, here in Discord. I hope we got all your questions answered, but if we don't, and I'm sure there might be a little bit of a language barrier, but just keep asking. We'll make sure that we get you on the right path. But my suggestion is that if you're really serious, to just buy Jigsaw. So I use Jigsaw, and then I use the NinjaTrader demo for my charts, like these, because I program my own indicators, so I don't need their stuff that you get with their license. So yeah, right now you can take basically any position in profit if you're paying attention. Yeah, as I like they get stuck in a range and then they randomly follow and unfollow equities. I did get 24 to 24 half, right? And it's been 2 ticks higher. Could have gotten +3. I did kind of see when it was going through, maybe I should pull my order, but I felt like I've done that before and it screwed me over. And really, the trade was to just get the 1 or 2 ticks. And Sun Devil was a hog yesterday, huh? Oh, man. Well, sometimes you gotta know when to push it and when not to. I need to start posting my charts. And for those of you listening, if you're not familiar with my Patreon page, I have it linked there in the video description. I recommend going and looking at it. Even if you don't contribute to the Patreon, I post every day these charts, and after 3 days you can see the charts publicly. Subscribers get to see it the day of, but if you don't want to subscribe, you do get it like 3 days later. And it's an indicator on Bitcoin that has been very, very good at predicting Bitcoin movements. So I would really recommend checking that out because we've made some good money off of this. I had a guy messaged me back when the Bitcoin market was falling because he got out because of the indicator, and he said that indicator saved him $20,000. So yeah, it's worth something. Check it out. Bitcoin is just kind of sitting there on the edge, I think. Still, I think they're gonna take their time, but I think that eventually they're gonna go. It's kind of interesting. They got this. They're coming back here in Treasuries, but they're kind of showing that liquidity, like they're trying to push it. I see guys trying to get themselves filled on both sides and stuff. Missed DCR. Dum-bum-bum-ba-dum.
ECB's Lautenschlag are nice, and there's less and less drive to follow through on the reforms that were Basel.
This could be the same thing we saw before Amazon earnings. Everyone gets hype as fuck for Facebook and then it eats shit afterwards. Yeah. Well, Amazon already did today, didn't they? Oh, no, it's not. That was a few days ago, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. This market just looks really negative. Like, I don't know. Corporate, I mean, I think that companies are going to come in. And once earnings are over, the companies are going to come in and they're going to buy the fuck out of this. Absolutely. But what I'm seeing says to me that this is more than a pullback. And if this is more than just a pullback, after those corporate earnings are done, you're going to need a change in the fundamentals situation to go much higher, which means that the Federal Reserve is going to have to say something dovish, or there's going to have to be a resolution to the tariff war. I hope that the tariff thing, I mean, come on, if the tariff thing resolved, that would be so positive. That would be so good for the economy. For everybody, really. I just hope the Chinese realize that they're cutting themselves short with this whole thing and decide to back off. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, here we got.
See Apple saying the new MacBook Air will go on sale today and will
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what this this guy in chat is talking about, but it's time for me to go. So I will tell him. You can see it all in the Ninja DOM. It's just harder. All right, well, that's it for me today. I've got to run. Good day, 8 ticks. That's what we want. We had a good day yesterday too, right? So, well, no, we didn't have a good day yesterday. We kind of had a bad trade and then a good trade, and overall it was just kind of even. But that's okay. I think we're doing good. In fact, we might actually be. Well, let's look here really quick before we go. How bad? I think we're probably down overall for the month, but we might be close. Or it may be, okay. So, well, we're up on the week. That puts us up on the week. But what about, I don't think it puts us up on the month. We're going to limit it to like ZN here. Yeah, I'm actually down a little bit on the month. It's a couple of days that were really bad. There's a couple of days where I think I did stuff that I think we shouldn't have counted, but I mean, overall, that kind of says the performance is a lot better than it's been, though. If you take out a couple of these bad trades, like if I would look at the stats here. I had, I had a 5-tick. I had a really big losing trade that wouldn't normally count. But my wins and losses are equal at 40%. And my MFE is better than my MAE, but it's not over 3. That's actually come in a little bit, so it's not good enough, but it's an improvement. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow, as I'm sure that this mess will continue.